because we see it both ways, root or base word, run. And I want to add the suffix ing. What do I have to do? Diana? That's right. We have to double because we have a short vowel, and we only have one consonant, and we have to have. So how would I write? Very good. All right. All right, so if I have the root word or base word make, and I want to add ing to making, what do I do? Hannah? Very good. So let's spell it. Excellent. The transition started on day 1 of the school year. All right, you know where to go. And so it was modeling between myself and my paraprofessional when the timer goes off. What are our expectations? So we would literally stand up, we would walk to each group, how to clean up the area where you were, where your papers go, how the pencils go in the holder, everything else. And so it was a lot of that whole first week of school. We started on day 1 of doing centers, and it's just evolved, and we do it every single day. It's the same process, the same rotation. The only thing that changes is groups because it's based on abilities. My Orton lessons take 2 days. The first day I can get in the review, the new rote word. We do the visual, the blending, the auditory, and then I introduce the new concept. And depending on the time, sometimes I only get to the auditory, and then the second day is the new concept and the reading. But my focus on this one was I really want to work on reading comprehension strategies. Most of the people that I talked to, they said, Orton doesn't have reading comprehension. There's not a writing component to it. And yes, there is. You can incorporate all of that into an Orton lesson, still keep the integrity of Orton, and take it to that higher level and get the reading comprehension and writing in. All right. This morning, we're going to be reading our story about Johnny Appleseed. We are going to take turns reading paragraphs just like we always do. You have your yellow highlighter in front of you. So while we're reading, if there's a word that you don't understand the meaning of, please highlight it, and we will come back and we will talk about it and try and figure out the meaning. We will finish by answering 4 reading comprehension questions. You guys will answer them. Then you'll be the teachers. You'll get the red pencil and check. All right? Any questions? All right. Aaliyah, we are going to start with you today, my dear. What is the title of our story? Johnny Appleseed. And if you remembered earlier this year, we studied Johnny Appleseed. And so, that's right. And now we're going to be reading a biography. Does anybody know what a biography is? That's right. It's the facts. Would you put that down? It's facts about Johnny Appleseed. We're going to learn about his life. All right? So, Aaliyah, would you like to start us with the first paragraph? And speak up so we can hear your beautiful voice.
Have you ever planted a seed and watched it grow? A man known as Johnny Appleseed planted millions of seeds. Apple trees across the United States trace their roots to Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed was born John Chapman.
Read that one again. Look at that last one. You know that, his name. Read the last part. What's that say? Chapman. Very good. The lesson was the final part of the lesson we'd been working on. So we worked on reading comprehension using the Orton-Gillingham approach. If you notice, there were no pictures that went along. It was looking at the text, and we were taking it to the higher level where if there's vocabulary they weren't sure of, they were to highlight it. So we can go back and talk about it and use the strategies we've been working on for a good reader, what they do. And then they answered 4 comprehension questions, and then we went back and I took the pencil away from them, so they had a red pencil because they want to change their answers sometimes, and this way they're being the teacher. And we talk about process of elimination, where we found the answer, and all those good strategies that readers need. Samuel, number 4.
What conclusion have you drawn about Johnny
Draw about it. Conclusion means at the end, you've read this whole story. So from what you've read, what do you think that you've learned or can say about Johnny Appleseed from reading it? It means take everything that you've learned and what have you learned? What do you think about Johnny Appleseed? Okay. Put your yellow pencil down. Pick up your red pencil. It's time to be the teacher. All right. Now, red pencil. The author's purpose for this passage is to
inform the reader about the positive way Johnny Appleseed influenced America.
That's right, because it says to learn, persuade. Did it try to get us to learn more about Johnny? No. Did it entertain us with funny stories about Johnny Appleseed? No. And did it try to convince us to eat apples? Not at all. We finished up with a dictation sentence, which I feel is one of the most important parts of the Orton lesson because it's teaching the kids sentence structure. But you can get your bang for your buck out of that. And what I mean by that is what you saw today. I gave them a sentence and we started in the middle of the page. Then I asked them what might happen next, and then we took it to the next level of what might happen beforehand, and then they created a paragraph. And when kids see that writing's that easy, then they get excited about writing. And it's utilizing that Orton lesson to the higher level where people say that, writing's missing. It's there. It's just how you build upon it. Sentence today. And we're going to do our dictation sentence, and so we can work on making a paragraph. All right? So you're going to start with the middle sentence. All right, pencils down. Ready? This is a big one. And this is a big one. I know you can do it. You ready? All right, eyes on me. Put this stuff up here. You know it stays at the top, so it's not near you. All right, ready? Let's go. Look at me. Eyes up here. Hannah, eyes up here. The farmer was carrying a bucket of water down the hill when he when he slipped and fell. One more time, sorry. The farmer was carrying a bucket of water down the hill when he slipped and fell. Again.
The farmer was carrying a bucket of water down the hill when he slipped and fell.
One more time. In the dictation sentence, there were 16 words in that, and that's a lot of words. We started off at the beginning of the year with 3 words, and we kept building upon it. And what I found with this class is challenge them.